thank you to everyone who's joined. As was stated a few years ago, or partially stated a few years ago, I went to the Atlanta Regional Commission to look at some opportunities for studies for District 9. And at the time, this was a new type of study that was very intriguing for District 9, just because of the massive amount of development we're seeing. And District 9 is already the district that has the most industrial zoning. So we have a lot of conflict with our residential, whether that's single family, multifamily neighborhoods, and the industrial that is still with us here in Northwest Atlanta. However, this study does go outside of District 9. It covers parts of District 8, District 7, District 3, sure I'm missing a few. But it was very intriguing to apply for this. I'm glad we received the grant, and it was stated I did sponsor it with some of the money that District 9 saves out of its budget every year, known as our carry forward account, because really this is one of the complaints that I hear most about. It usually comes mostly from my neighborhood, Riverside, Whittier Mill Village neighborhood, the Bolton neighborhood, as well as Blandtown, and sometimes Underwood Hills and Berkeley Park. So we're looking at our freight corridors to see how we can better improve. I believe this will come up with some short-term solutions, some medium-term solutions, and some longer-term solutions. But I won't get into that. I'll leave that for the planners and Nate to go into. But looking forward to this. I'm sorry I was not able to make the initial on-site visits, but we will be having another one of those coming up somewhere along the Bolton Road corridor to look at those issues. So I will try my very best to be at that one and the future meetings into this freight planning process. So thanks again to those who have joined us. Please continue to spread the words to neighbors in District 9 and beyond so they can join in on this. And again, thanks for joining us, and looking forward to hearing more.
Thank you, Councilmember Hillis. At this time, we'll have a quick project overview from Nate Hozell, our project manager.
Thanks, everyone. You all hear me okay? Great. Well, welcome to the first public open house for Freight ATL Northwest. Again, I'm Nate Hozell, a planner with the City of Atlanta. Thank you for taking the time to share your ideas and ask questions about moving goods in Northwest Atlanta. This evening is about your insights into balancing the needs and priorities of industry and neighborhoods, increased freight traffic and safer streets, and overall quality of life in Northwest Atlanta. That's really what this study is all about, finding ways for industry and neighborhoods to coexist. Each day, all of us rely on moving goods safely and efficiently throughout the city. Over the next 6 to 8 months, we will dig into questions and concerns about what this means for safer streets, access to goods in stores, and jobs in our industrial districts. The Atlanta Regional Commission, Invest Atlanta, and as you just heard from Councilmember Hillis, has financially supported this effort to ensure it delivers for Atlanta. So why plan for freight? Moving goods in a large city like Atlanta is complex. Millions of tons of goods and materials arrive on trucks, rail, planes, and pipelines every day. Stocking our store shelves to forging steel beams and baking loaves of bread depend on safe and reliable freight delivery. The pandemic exposed the vulnerabilities to our supply chains, and new habits like buying more and more online and next day or same day delivery are likely to be the norm. Freight traffic in Atlanta will continue to grow. A freight study introduces new policies and priorities for reducing the impacts of freight on our neighborhoods, modernizing infrastructure, and ensuring equitable access for businesses and workers and residents who travel in and around our industrial districts. Atlanta's Northwest industrial districts play an important role in the region's freight network. from Armour-Otley in the eastern study boundary to Atlanta Industrial Park along the river in the west, and the industrial districts in between. This study area contains nearly half of the land dedicated to industry in Atlanta. The study area's highways and major streets, pipeline terminals, and large rail yards are big-time infrastructure investments that support not only hundreds of businesses and thousands of jobs in the city, they also ensure our region keeps moving and making goods. This freight study is guided by a broader vision to build Atlanta as the beloved community, where growth and development are done largely to reflect our shared values and become a better place to live and do work. You are participating in a study that is intended to strategically align plans and policies already being implemented. The purpose is to draw these plans together and recommend priorities for moving goods in Northwest Atlanta's industrial districts and in the neighborhoods that support them. In the past few weeks, we heard from businesses and residents of the area in small group discussions and a walk and talk tour. This is our first broader public open house. Later this summer and into the fall, we'll host more small group discussions, tours, and another open house, which will hopefully be in person as well as virtual. The intent is to wrap up recommendations and concepts by the end of the year and work with the area's neighborhood planning units and elected officials to adopt the plan in 2023. It's important to engage a wide range of people, from residents in the area to our implementing partners at the local, regional, state, and federal levels. Investing in safe, effective freight infrastructure depends on many people. Every perspective is important to this study's recommendations and implementation. You will soon be joining a breakout room about transportation, economic development, or land use. Just let us know, or let our hosts know which room you would like to start in. You can spend as much or as little time in each room. We encourage you to visit all 3 rooms and add to the diverse conversation about freight with your neighbors. Freight ATL is our project website. There you can learn more about the study, review draft documents when they are prepared, and sign up for future engagement events. If you have more to say after tonight's open house, you can also submit comments on the website. So thank you for spending your time this evening, and thank you for contributing to our study.